What's up, Pyromaniacs? Daisies here. We are back in the world of Diablo 3. There's a new patch that just came out. Well, I don't know if it just came out. Fairly recently just came out. It's changed the game a little bit, so I was going to take another look at it. And I want to just kind of talk to you guys a little bit today while roaming around and I guess more or less getting a feel for the new patch. So, for those of you guys, this is basically going to be a channel update, which hopefully I titled the video that way so you guys know that, and it's not a surprise for everyone. But for those of you guys who followed me for a while, you know that this channel was the channel that I started my YouTube career on. We started with Skyrim, and Skyrim did real well for us. I enjoyed it. It was a great game, a lot of fun. But after a certain period of time, no matter how awesome a game is, unless it's got, amazing replay value, which to an extent Skyrim did, you got to change things up. And for those of you guys, we're basically going to be talking about the business side of YouTube, I guess, for a little bit. And I hate talking about the business side of YouTube because, it is something that I do enjoy doing, and it'd be nice if I could just talk about, the fun side of things, but unfortunately, I gotta eat, gotta pay bills, and the business side of things does kind of come into play there. So, when we first started off, I did. If you go back and look way back in the day, I did Dark Souls. It was a game that was just fresh out. It was a game that I really enjoyed. And so we started off doing content on that, and obviously that just really didn't go very well. I didn't know how YouTube worked. I wasn't very good at it at the time, and I just wasn't handling my channel well. And then Skyrim came out, and I kind of learned a lot of stuff, and we just kind of took off and exploded, and things were great. And then after, 2 years, I kind of got tired of Skyrim, and we needed a change. And, by that time, we'd moved from tips and tricks to Let's Plays. Specifically Let's Plays of Skyrim, but still Let's Plays nonetheless. And we kind of moved in that direction, and so I just started doing Let's Plays everything. Well, the problem with doing Let's Plays everything is Let's Plays are only really searched for, like people are only really interested in them for the first week that a game comes out. So, Thief, when that game released, people are going to be searching for Let's Plays and all that stuff for the first 5 to 7 days. If you can get your whole, Let's Play done in that time frame, you're gonna pull some decent views. People are going to be interested in it. People are going to want to know what the game looks like. They're going to be, interested in the gameplay. Is it worth buying? Do I just like this game? It's, all my friends are talking about it. I don't necessarily want to buy it myself, but I'd like to see what all the hype's about, etc., etc. And, you spend a little bit of time looking into that. Well, after about a week or so, you're looking at the next game or the game after that, or, back to doing your normal stuff, etc., etc., and the views die off. Well, I've been more or less trying to make Let's Plays work for the past year. And to an extent, they kind of work in the aspect that I know a lot of you guys enjoy them. Hell, I enjoy them. But the growth in the channel has been pretty stagnant for the past year. And I've tried a variety of different ways to kind of make things better. We tried changing the content up a little bit here and there. We tried, speeding up video production to where we were releasing a lot of videos at once. We tried slowing video production down to where we only did a few times a week. And in all honesty, it just seems like the reason, at least for me, that Let's Plays aren't working is I simply don't play the games fast enough. I don't get them early enough, and we just, I can't quite get the content finished in the time frame that it needs to be finished at. So I end up getting beat by people, who get early copies of the game, and etc., etc. And there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but let's just say, the general gist of it is I just don't, I just can't do it. So, we flash forward, another year or so, and I've got my Minecraft channel, which is doing very, very well. It takes a lot of my time, but the channel is doing way more successful than my Let's Play channel. And, over the past, month or so, I've just been kind of thinking about, how are we going to fix this? And then streaming's kind of taken off, and at this point, I guess my general focus is streaming and my Minecraft channel, which unfortunately means this channel slides a lot. And you guys have seen that probably really badly this week in the instances where, you know, the content's kind of slowed down. You know, it's no longer daily content now. Now it's a couple videos a week. And, you know, it's, I don't know. I just feel like I'm kind of tying the channel off and just watching it die. And I don't want to do that. You know, obviously I may not have as much time to spend on this channel as I did previously because, you know, it's not as successful. But at the same time, you know, it's for nostalgia's sake, it is the channel I started with. You know, it's got sentimental value, if nothing else. And, you know, I don't want to get rid of it. Oh, crap. I don't want to get rid of it. So, you know, it's the question is, well, what do I do with it? And, you know, it's been a toss-up. So the issue more or less runs in is there's a lot of games out there that I enjoy that would work great on the channel, but a lot of those games require a ridiculous amount of time. You know that thousands of hours. You know, a month, not a month, but a lot of time. You know, like what is it? Wasteland. You guys love Wasteland. I love Wasteland. Unfortunately, Wasteland requires me to play it pretty much all day, and then I might get a couple good clips. You know, it's not uncommon to spend 6 hours playing Wasteland to get maybe 2 or 3 clips. Whereas you flip over to something like Minecraft, I play for an hour, I get a clip guaranteed. And time invested wise, when I'm putting 4 clips a day on Minecraft, means I've kind of got to come to a happy medium where I can do both channels effectively and keep this channel alive without hurting what's paying my bills at the moment. And so I think what we're going to end up doing, and some of you guys will like this, some of you guys will hate it, and I totally understand that. You know, at the end of the day, I do my best to make as many people happy as possible, but you can't make everybody happy all the time. And I've unfortunately got to do what's best for me and for my business. Because, you know, like I said, this is how I feed myself, this is how we pay bills, etc., etc. So what we're going to end up doing, I am going to be switching this channel back more to a tips and tricks channel. It's also going to be my fun channel. So the nice thing about this is I will be able to start playing video games again for fun. That was one of the things. I mean, obviously some of you guys are like, well, don't you always play video games for fun? Well, it's kind of a hard phenomenon to describe, but you know, when you're playing games for your business, it's not always fun. Now, granted, you enjoy the games, but you know, you're working on deadlines, you're working on, you know, can I get this out quick enough? What am I going to title it? You know, where am I going to promote it? Who's going to see it? Are they going to like this? Are they going to like that? I would rather play this play style, but nobody wants to watch that play style. We need to do this play style, you know, blah, blah, blah. And you can't just sit back and enjoy the damn game anymore. And that's one of the, you know, main issues. So we're going to switch back to tips and tricks. What that basically means is we're not going to be doing Let's Plays anymore. Some of you guys will still be able to see my Let's Play content that you do like on my live stream. It's just not going to be on this channel as much. You know, we're going to still do, what do you call them, tips and tricks, where we cover a lot of the gameplay, but you're just not going to see the full gameplay style that you might normally do. We're also going to be switching over to doing a lot of indie games, things like roguelikes, which I enjoy, which can be kind of gotten into and gotten out of. First impressions and reviews. So, you know, if a new game comes out, I'm going to be playing it. I'm going to be playing it for fun and whatnot on my own time, and then I'm going to be showing you guys what I think about it and letting you guys know whether the game's worth the money, whether it's not worth the money, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and just kind of giving you guys a little impression. That way, you know, you guys still get a taste of, you know, my personality and what I enjoy playing and, you know, the funny moments and things along those lines. But we're not having to commit to a massive series. And the other nice thing about that is a lot of you guys realize sometimes I don't finish games. You know, I get busy. I just decide I don't like the game anymore. And if you're doing a Let's Play on it, I feel terrible. I can't just stop playing a game because I don't like it anymore. You know, I feel like, you know, well, we've already put 30 hours into this game. You know, we've got 22 episodes. People like it. And now I don't want to play it anymore. Or worse, I don't have time to play it anymore. And then I feel like I'm letting you guys down, and it just gets rough. So we're gonna be switching over to not Let's Plays, tips and tricks. I'll be covering, you know, some of the better tactics and things along those lines that I use to do well. I'll probably do some funny moments. You know, if I'm playing something and something absolutely hilarious happens, I'll probably record that. You know, if there are shorter games, we may do a let's play on that, and then I'll be doing let's look ats or first impressions or whatever you want to call it. You know, something along those lines, and where I'll spend about 30 to 60 minutes with a game, talk about its finer points, and kind of give you the idea and the impressions. ESO is coming out next month. We're going to be playing a lot of that with the TDK guys. All of that content's going to be here. Probably going to show some Hearthstone, some Diablo, just games that are a little bit quicker to get into and out of. That way I can bring you guys content that you guys are going to enjoy, stuff that people are interested in and shows well in search, and, you know, we keep the bills paid, but at the same time isn't going to pull away from Minecraft so much that I can't really cover both channels effectively and they both suffer. So, you know, if you guys have any ideas or any things you guys want to see, let me know in the comment section. Like I said, I know a lot of you guys are here only for my Let's Plays, and for you guys, this may be the time y'all decide, you know, you don't want to be on my channel anymore. It's just strictly a business decision. You know, for those of you guys who, you know, are kind of interested in the statistics behind it, my #1 videos on this channel for the last 2.5 years have been my Skyrim tips and tricks videos, where I show you how to do X or how to do Y, and those are the videos that pull in the views. And as much as, you know, we've poured into the Let's Plays do not pull views anywhere near the comparison. To give you guys an idea, I stopped posting videos for the past week and a half because I just simply didn't have the time, and my views on my overall channel barely suffered. You couldn't even tell. It's basically like some dude stopped showing up to work and no one even noticed. And that's kind of where we're at. So, you know, in business, unfortunately, you have to kind of decide sometimes what's working, what's not working, and go the route that's good. So, in the future, until ESO comes out, you're probably going to see some Hearthstone, you're probably going to see some Diablo, I'll probably give you guys some patch note information here and there. You'll get some tips and tricks like we used to have on the channel quite frequently. Once ESO comes out, I'm going to be covering that with a slew of different guides and, you know, just general input. And we're just going to kind of see how things go for the next month or two, see if there is interest in this. You're probably going to see a lot of achievement type videos and things along those lines. And, you know, we're just going to see how it goes. And this idea may be a terrible idea as well. You know, in business, a lot of times you come up with a bad idea, it sounds good, you come up with a bad idea, you just keep trying it, and then you find something that works. And that's all I'm basically trying to do. So, like I said, always open to input from you guys. You guys are my bosses, you're the whole reason I'm here. Without you guys, I would have to get a normal job, and, you know, no one wants that. So, thank you guys so much for your support over the years. You know, it means a lot to me. Keeping you guys entertained and just getting to know you guys has been a huge blessing. It is the greatest feeling in the world to know that you make some people laugh or make some people happy or brighten some people's day. And hopefully I can continue to do that for the next couple of years to come, if not for the next 10, 20 years. So anyways, for those of you watching, hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, please slap that like button. Make sure you subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next clip.